All right, today I'm going to explain RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. It's basically a two-step pipeline. Number one, we retrieve the relevant documents. And then number two, we generate an answer using that information. Let me show you how it works. All right, so this right here, this is our LLM. Think ChatGPT, Claude, DeepSeek. It's trained on tons of text, but it probably doesn't know our company's internal documents. Well, I mean, I'd hope not, because then I would be fired. Now imagine you work at a big company and you want to know, how much can I expense for a client lunch? Now, because this AI doesn't have direct access to our company docs, it may not have an answer, or it may even hallucinate and make up an answer. And depending on when it was last trained, it may even give you an outdated answer, which it thinks is correct. And it also can't show you which file or clause it's citing, because it's just going off pure memory. Now, we need a way to ground this AI with real current documents, so it's not going to keep guessing. This is where RAG comes in. Now, here is a pile of all our company's data from this year. This is what we call a content store. So now, instead of this brain guessing, what we're going to tell it is to go rummage through these files. This is the retrieval step, but how does it know where to find the right doc in the stack? Let's compare a simple keyword search versus a vector store search. All right, first let's look at a simple keyword search. A simple keyword search looks for exact matches. Things like client lunch, expense limit. It's looking for those exact phrases. But if your doc said something like meal reimbursements are $30, it may not catch that. It's probably going to skip it, and that is a problem. So instead, what we're going to use is a vector store or a semantic search. This is basically just a smarter search. It understands the meaning behind your search. So even if you're searching for a term that's slightly different from the way you phrased it originally, it still knows that it's basically the same concept. So this is the phrase that we're looking for. So even if there's a doc in here called external meeting meals, it still will recognize that it is the same concept as a client lunch. Think about how when you search for a movie on Netflix, let's say you searched up romance movie, there is no movie called romance movie. It will give you other options that it thinks are related to your search term. It knows the meaning behind what you're searching. So for RAG to really shine, you want a robust search engine, ideally vector-based or even more advanced, so that you can catch the meaning behind what you're searching rather than just these specific words. So now let's retrieve and then generate. So we asked the question, what's our client lunch allowance? With a vector store, the system searches all of these docs. It then finds section 3.2 of our expense policy and states that the maximum amount you can expense is $50 per person for a client lunch. Low-key, not a bad meal. We only need that one snippet of information, not all of these docs. This is a technique known as chunking. So our AI precisely focuses on that one snippet of text. So now we can feed that snippet to our LLM. So it's literally going to read our company documents. And then when our LLM responds to our question, it can say, according to section 3.2 of our policy, the max expense is $50 per person. And it can also source or cite where it got it from in our company policy. And that's why it's so awesome, because we get a cited answer that's grounded in our actual company documents. And if the CFO updates the doc, we just need to switch it out for the new one. No major retraining needed. That is the power of RAG. All right, there are some pitfalls and considerations we need to talk about. Now, one is quality and organization. If your documents are old or mislabeled, you're still gonna get pretty much nonsense. The system only works if the content store is maintained. Number two, permissions. In the real case of a company, you might not want every employee to have access to this entire content store. So then you'll have to set up a retrieval layer so that employees can see only what they're supposed to. Now, one bonus thing I'm going to give you in this video is an entire project series where you can actually learn to use RAG and build your own chatbot. It's a super cool project, and it's actually how I learned about RAG in the first place. I'll leave it in the description below and you can get it for free. Let me know what you think about RAG in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to learn something new.